Welcome to Better Kansas City. Today we're showing you a cutting-edge cosmetic procedure that will make it so you never have to do your eyebrows except once a year. Can you imagine that? Also, we're going to show you how to figure out your design style. But first, we are kicking things off in the Price Chopper kitchen with the world-famous Lidia Bastianich, owner of Lidia's here in Kansas City. Right. She is known across the world, and she's showing us how to make a versatile sauce. And Lidia, it's called, we've been rehearsing this, Promezzola con pomodori freschi.
How about prezzemolo con pomodori freschi?
I'll go with your version. It's very simple.
It's very simple. You know, the sort of the summer is ending, and we have still some great produce. You know, we have some great tomatoes still, but the cherry tomatoes are delicious. I have the pasta cooking, and I used farfalle in this case. And we'll make the pesto. Everybody knows the pesto, and the pesto, basil and all that, but you can make it just simple out of parsley. Look, this is parsley. You know, you have nothing else at home.
Just got a bunch of it.
Yeah. Some garlic, a little bit of salt.
2 cloves?
2 cloves. Depends if you like more, you know, you could put more. But I think 2 cloves is enough for a pound of pasta. And some good olive oil, that's what's important.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
What is the best kind of olive oil that you can buy at, say, Price Chopper? Like, do you have a brand that you love?
Well,
if you're going to go store-bought?
There's a lot of brands, but let me just touch maybe what you should be looking for in olive oil. So you should extra virgin. Olive oil is kind of gauged by their oleic acidity. So extra virgin olive oil is 1% or less. Virgin olive oil is at 2% of oleic acidity, and regular olive oil is more acid. So the acidity is kind of the tannins and the impurities, if you will, all good to eat. Just it gives less of a kind of shining flavor to olive oil. So look for extra virgin olive oil, cold press. You want it cold press, and you don't want to buy a lot of olive oil. You want to buy it in smaller because olive oil oxidizes rather quickly. You know, it's unstable. Okay. So if you leave it there, so if you pay a lot, small bottles, keep it in a dark place, cool place, and the names usually, if you have names of like Badia Coltibon or some of the wine producers, then that assures you that they really pay attention. But there's some of the great commercial olive oils as well that are pretty good. And the question is, you taste it, and if you like because you know olive oils have different aromas and all of that. Taste it. Just a quick. Northern olive oil, northern Italy, the lake region, Liguria, very buttery. Central Tuscany, very peppery. South Sicily and Puglia, very grassy. So those are kind of general rules.
So we have olive oil, parsley, a couple of cloves of garlic, food processor.
And I'm looking here, you know, let's say.
Oh, I like how you're adding more.
Yeah. And so this is, you see, very simple.
I love it. It looks good.
Very nice, very green. And could you put here a few nuts? You could, but I want to show the basics. That you don't need a lot. Okay. So we have I have some made just in case we were too noisy and I couldn't work it a lot, but I have some made, and I have the tomatoes cut, and I have the pasta cooking. So.
I call that Bowtie Pasta, but you had a fancy name for it.
Farfalle. Farfalle is butterfly.
Farfalle, okay.
Butterfly.
Kids
love these kind of, and you just take it right out of, do not rinse your pasta because you want it to be a little sticky. You know the old saying, if you throw pasta to the wall and if it sticks, it's done?
That's a saying?
Yeah, you want a little. You want a little.
I like that.
So try it around the house.
Okay, that'll be fun.
But what it really means is that it has a little bit of starchiness left to it, and the sauce will stick to it. Some nice tomatoes, you know, put them right in the hot pasta. I'll put that aside.
Okay.
Let me mix this. You can put that aside, and the pesto.
That's it.
That's it.
And that's your fancy. That tastes so good. It's so simple.
You see, as simple as that. And you know, we'll leave it a little bit aside, but you think, I could put the whole thing. I think the measure is just right. And you know, we do at Lidia's, we have the special of the 3 pastas.
Yeah.
And this is one of the pastas
pretty
that
that
people
looks.
love. It's easy. You think your son would like it?
Yes, very much so.
This is some grated cheese.
Can I ask you
Grana?
a question about
Sure.
something else you brought? That looks so beautiful. This salad looks phenomenal, and it only has, what, 4 ingredients?
Exactly. Well, I thought, again, this we have at Lydia's. We have it for the brunch. We do every Sunday.
What's it
Beautiful
called?
brunch. It's insalata di bietole con pesche e gorgonzola. In other words, it's a beet salad. You cook the beets. You cook the greens as well. You can boil it.
Greens, yeah.
But the beets you can roast. You peel them. You get some ripe peaches. Peel them,
looks so
cut them in
good.
slices. You put the greens, oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, and then you dabble on top little gorgonzola.
Beautiful, and it's so simple. You only have no more than 5 ingredients per dish that you're showing us
But you see,
today.
this makes a nice meal.
Oh,
you
it
know,
looks beautiful.
You can make it because it does. You have a little bit of antipasto, and then you go into your. Let me just rinse this.
You have
up.
restaurants all over the world. You're a world famous restaurateur and chef. Why did you pick Kansas City for one of your restaurants?
Well, Kansas City, because, you know, we're here 19 years now. Actually, I'm here also to celebrate our anniversary. Tonight, we'll have the anniversary dinner, so everybody's welcome. I think there's a few spots left.
It's the 19th anniversary of Lydia's in Kansas City.
It is. And we have a special menu. Dan, the chef, made a menu to extend, to bring in all the favorites all of these years. And I'll be there. I'll be signing books, whatever it needs. So we're looking
Fantastic.
forward to it. But it's been 19 great years, you know, and we were in New York, and then, you know, my son sort of came in the business. He says, you know, Ma, there's a whole America out there.
There's a whole country out
There's
there.
a whole
That's
country.
right.
And one of the first stops was Kansas City, smack in the middle of the country.
We like that.
We love the city. And I love that, you know, in the freight, is that the freight district?
Down in the district where you are.
Yeah,
you're
and that's right across from the train station. So there was this big freight house. It was called, I think it was a beer warehouse. And everything was
That's
desolate.
a perfect place to put
But
a restaurant.
I thought, you know, this is beautiful. Looking at the trains, I can make a little garden here, and I can make a nice Italian restaurant.
It's beyond nice. So do I get to taste this before we wrap?
Absolutely. I'll get
I'm
you
using
one.
the word taste loosely. This
Okay.
might be gone by the end of the
This
hour.
might be a little bit al dente.
Al
Let's see.
dente is the way it's supposed to be, right?
Well, yeah. Try this one. This one. Okay.
I think it's al perfect.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm
This
glad.
is so good. Lidia Bastianich, thank you so much. You are a treasure.